Did you know that there's a line or type of phrasing you can use that gets us women instantly turned on to you? Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, former marriage and family therapist and Playboy radio show host turned dating coach for men. And today I'll very happily bring you the way in which we women can get super fucking hot and hooked on you by just using one simple phrase. And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear how to shortcut your way into our panties and shit, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. Not like my panties, but you know what I mean. Like, shortcut your way into some panties of the women you want. Ugh, kill me. I digress. Anyway, I was very happy to do this video, very excited to do this video for you because this shit has worked on me every time to like a very annoying extent, to a very toxic extent. And I know I've told you about it in videos before, but today I'm going to outline exactly what to do, what to say, why it fucking works on all us women, and why it's one of the only lines I condone using. You know me, I'm never gonna tell you to say some shit that's copy and paste, but this shit kind of worked to your advantage if you copy and paste it. However, again, as always, I really like doing these, telling you the ways most men fuck it up, so I'm gonna give you that too. All right, now I'll just shut the fuck up and tell you what it is. And if you want to know just how you're coming across to the women you want, don't forget to take my quiz, jessicajdating.com/quiz. I'll tell you everything you need to know about where you stand with women and how to get to being where you want with the women you actually want. jessicajdating.com/quiz. Okay, so how many times I gotta tell you, we women, we're looking for a viable mate, whether or not we will admit it. I think I told you in the last video, yes, I definitely told you in the last video, how you being, emotionally grounded and shit is gonna make you seem like, the proper person to have in my puss. So this is not another video on how you need therapy. I'll just tell you that right now. In fact, this might be the opposite. Anyway, how many times I gotta tell you, it takes a species millions of years to evolve. We human beings, we haven't even been here for 1,000,000 years. Did you even know that? Go ahead, Google it, ask ChatGPT. I implore you. So with that said, what is sex to our bodies on a primitive level? On a very primal biological scale? Yes, you're correct. It is procreation, nothing else. It is quick, the T-Rex is coming. Let's make more humans. That's it. So we women needed to ascertain on a very, very basic level how good of a mate you would be. How worthy of impregnating me you were. That's it. So, is this a man who's going to nail and bail? And then when the T-Rex comes and I'm a lot slower than I normally am because I'm pregnant, now I'm gonna get fucking my head chopped off because you done ran away? Or are you the type of mate that's gonna, bust your nut and then hold me and then fight off the T-Rex after you've come? Sorry, I just wanted you to see this guy. Thank you to the subscriber who sent this to me. I'm making very good use out of it. So again, we women judge you on staying power. Not like how long do you last in bed, we actually don't care, but rather how long do you really intend to last in my life? And our bodies decide this before our brains do. So while you could be doing all this, appealing to our logical brain, our bodies are truly assessing how much you'll really stick around, because we can tell this shit. Anyway, back to the line. So this line that I'm gonna tell you in a couple fucking seconds, I promise you, not only appeals to our logical brain, but also to our emotional and our physiological, which is why you'll get such an instant turn on that you can see right in fucking front of you. So that line is okay, it's not like a line, but it's like along the lines of this line where you say some shit like, whatever, I'm gonna marry you. Or even, this isn't gonna slide when we're married. Or even, you're my wife, whatever, shut up. So there's a couple different facets to these phrases, which you could probably already tell. But if we're going back to my last video, I talk about when you say something about us getting married, it's such an extreme stretch from A to B, from where we are to where you're saying we're gonna be, that it forces such an abrupt interrupt in our brains. But because that phrasing is so emotionally packed to us women, it not only shocks us logically, it also shocks us emotionally and forces us to now think about a life with you. Even if she's not okay with marriage or doesn't want to get married or doesn't even like you, I can't tell you how many dudes I don't even like have said this shit to me. And I've been like, oh, okay. So again, going back to, I forget what fucking video it was I did, but I done so many for you, let's be honest. I talked about telling her you want her and then fucking off. It might have been my last video. But the reason that works so well is you're planting such an emotionally packed seed and then you're walking away to let us water it. I talked about this idea of open loops, right? Our brains don't like open loops. And you've heard me say time and time and time again that you need to plant that seed of togetherness in us women, and we women will water it. Why? Because we're always emotional and we're always thinking. So if you plant an emotionally packed seed, right? You've got the seed, it's packed with so many emotions like, bitch, I want you. Bitch, I'm picturing you naked. Bitch, I'm gonna marry you. And then you just fuck off. There's so much in there and you're leaving such an abrupt and wide open loop that it forces our brain to ruminate on it, whether we like it or not. So what you're doing is you're short-circuiting our systems, which essentially is turning us on to you. Because how many times are we just like caring about our day and people are talking and fucking carrying on and we're just like, I don't fucking care, I don't even notice, whatever, you mean nothing to me, right? How many people can we come across in our given day that we just aren't logging or tracking or acknowledging? However, when you force such a mental shock, an emotional shock, a physiological shock, because again, remember, our bodies are looking for that mate that's going to stick around and save us from Mr. Terror T-Rex. So when you're hitting us in so many different circuits within our bodies, you literally spark us at attention for you, where we can't possibly ignore you and we can't possibly stop thinking about you thereafter. And with cognitive dissonance, how many times have you heard me say, if you get us thinking about you when you're not there, you're getting us to convince ourselves that we must want to see you if we're thinking about you when you're not there. And therein, creating another open loop where the only way I can stop thinking about this dude is to see him. Just like the only way you can stop singing a song over and over and over in your head again is to finish the song. Does that make sense? So essentially, we're gonna need to finish that song, i.e. we're gonna need to see you in order to close that loop. And with such an emotionally packed, mentally packed, physiologically packed seed that you done planted, we're gonna have to fucking see you that much more. So again, it really is just a physiological turning on of our bodies to you in so many ways. Does that make sense? Whew! So I'm gonna explain to you. So I've told this story so many times and I always try not to mention who this is because he's very well known. You probably follow him, but he's a good friend of mine, another dating coach in the industry. He and I were out and about. We were out one night. Mind you, at this point, I'd known him for years. I know his wife. I've hung out with his wife and kids. Never anything sexual between us ever, right? Not attracted to him at all. He's got the worst breath. Love him to death like a brother. Anyway, so he and I and a bunch of other people are bar hopping one night, or we are intending to, and we get to the first said bar and I realize I don't have my ID. So he says, here, take my ring. He takes the ring off and hands it to me. And he says, put it on your ring finger. And I was like, what is happening? God, I genuinely hope he never watches my videos because he knows this happened, but he doesn't know what happened to me thereafter. Only you and everybody fucking else who watches my videos knows. Anyway, so we go up to the bouncer. He grabs me by the hand. He says to the bouncer of this nightclub, hey, listen, me and my wife flew in from Jersey. She forgot her ID. Here's mine. Is it okay if we come in? And so he shows his ID. He and I are the same age, which is well above 21. The bouncer looks at me. Bouncer looks at my friend. He's like, okay, guys, go in. And I remember thinking like, am I in love with my friend? Like, I remember wanting him to hit on me that night. I remember wanting to stay close to him. I just remember wanting him and being like genuinely annoyingly confused. Like, yo, I know this dude's wife. I would never, ever, ever, ever be attracted to him, even if he wasn't married. I hate how turned on I am by this whole experience. So there's that example. The other example, there was this dude I was talking to. Oh my God, can't stand this fucking dude, but there was nobody else. Hits me up all the time, tells me he wants me all the time. Also just talks at me. We do not have the same views politically, socially, or lifely. Anyway, morally, especially. Anyway, again, there was nobody else. I was entertaining it. It's a nice ego boost. And he used to say to me all the time, like, whatever, I'm gonna marry you. And fucking hate it. Every time he'd say it, I was like, oh shit. And I'm pretty sure that's why I talked to him as long as I did. Just something like hooked me in every fucking time, even though I couldn't stand this dude. Anyway, back to you. Again, it's about saying it and letting it lie. Saying it and letting it lie. Because you probably, to some degree, feel weird about saying it because that's how insane it is to say. But that's the effect it's gonna have on our bodies. Does that make sense? That feeling you're feeling, that resistance, that Jessica, I can't say that shit. That's why it's gonna hit as hard as it does when you say it. But like, don't be that guy that like says it and like hopes she says that she'll marry you back. No, you gotta drop it and go. Drop it and go. Bitch, I'm gonna marry you. Stop. Walk away. This isn't gonna slide when we're married. Walk away. I'm gonna love this when we're married. Walk away. You're lucky I'm gonna be your husband one day. Walk away. So again, do you see what I'm talking about here? We're not just saying it to try to get a reaction out of her. We're literally saying it to drop it and walk away. You don't want to be a hoe, a hanger-oner. You don't want to sit there and be like, well, I think I want to marry you. I'm just kidding. Don't be that guy. Don't be that fucking guy. Please don't be that guy. And then try telling people that Jessica J told you to say this shit. Don't be that guy. You plant and you walk away. Don't dig up the seed. Don't be that dude. Plant, walk away. Got it? Hashtag plant, walk away. Let's put that on the screen as well. Okay, I'm now realizing this video is really long because like my battery's like dying and it was like fucking full when I started recording this for you. However, I did want to mention that Black Friday is now 9 days away. And this year I'm doing something super wild. I'm doing something that I'm really excited about. I've never done it before. However, I've tested it with a bunch of other clients just to like, hey, is this something you'd want? And so many dudes have gotten on board with it. I was like, oh my God, should I open it to you? I don't want to say too much because I'm still building out as usual, but I wanted you to bear in mind. If you've been wanting a way to just get better at this shit, figure out what you've got going on, but you can't commit to anything astronomical because the times are tough nowadays. Fuck! I get it and I got you and I just want you to be aware of it, all right? But either way, let's recap. The line is anything along the lines of marriage. Even if you don't believe in marriage, even if she don't believe in marriage. I don't even believe in marriage, but I still fall for that shit. Try it out. Try it out with fucking anybody. Duh. Try it out with people you don't work with. Don't try it out on just anybody. Don't try it out with people you work with. I have so many clients that are like, I practice with women at work. Now women at work want to take me out. They're all married. I'm like, oh God, don't try with women at work. If you're gonna try this shit, I'd rather you try on complete strangers if I'm being honest. But watch us light up the second you do. And please, please, please don't be shy. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it goes. I am such a sucker for that shit. And as always, my dear, thank you for watching as always. I will see you next time.